From the scene. Authorities arrived quickly and put out the fire. Now it's unknown at this time if anyone was in the vehicle at the time of the fire. It appears right there that police were talking to someone, and our reporter on scene said that police also searched that vehicle and found what appeared to be prescription medications in it. We do have questions into the police for the city of West Fargo to ask what's going on. We'll bring you that information as soon as it's available. According to the U.S. Coast Guard, underwater noises have been detected in the area of the search for a sub that went missing while carrying 5 people to the wreckage of the Titanic. The Coast Guard said the noises were picked up by a Canadian P-3 aircraft, and as a result, underwater operations were relocated to try and find the origin of the noises.
So far, those operations have not turned up any results, but the underwater operations are continuing at this time. U.S. and Canadian ships and aircrafts had intensified search efforts Tuesday amid oxygen supply concerns. That supply expected to have run out by 6 a.m. Central Time.
It is now 6:49. We want to get a check of your forecast out there with meteorologist Lisa Green. Lisa, we have a rainy day for some.
Yeah, it's already starting off with rain and thunder in parts of the valley, and we've got more opportunities at rain today. But not only today, throughout the rest of the week and the weekend. In fact, so good of a chance on Saturday that we are at the top of the chart on likely chances for rain coming up here for Fargo. And of course, today and into Friday as well, chances start to diminish toward Monday, but each day still there's a slight chance at least of some rain coming our way. So if you haven't seen any yet, don't worry, we've got more for you here in the forecast. Here's a look at where it is right now. Rain in eastern parts of North Dakota, especially along the Highway 281 corridor, parts of the Cheyenne and James River Valley Basin there, and then up toward along the international border. This is moving east-northeast. It's been weakening a little bit, but still producing some lightning and thunder in some spots, with a large shield of rain going on in northeastern parts of North Dakota, back over toward Devil's Lake, and that one thunderstorm there over into Nelson County. This is around the Lakota area, just to the south of Lakota. Some lightning here. It's just now crossing over Highway 2 and will be moving to the northeast. So it may just skirt just west of you in the Michigan area and push northward into northern parts of Nelson County. Farther south, there's a line of storms that's been moving into places like Griggs County, so Cooperstown, this is coming your way. And then another little storm that moved through Jamestown, just some rain there now, and that's stretching down into the Lemoore County area. Fargo, it's been fairly quiet. We have some sunshine here this morning with some clouds helping to frame it too. It's 72 degrees, nice and warm to start off. 68 in Grand Forks. Again, some rain in places like Devil's Lake, where we're only at 57, so that rain really cooling things down there. Today, though, in places that are ahead of the rain that's moving through this morning, we're going to heat up, and we're going to see some numbers back into the 80s this afternoon, with more rain and thunderstorm chances for places like Fargo and more into Lakes Country as well, where we could use a lot more rain coming up for this afternoon. Continuing through the rest of the week again, Saturday, a first alert weather day, because that's the day that we might see our best chance or greatest risk for severe weather. And we'll continue to keep an eye on that and keep you updated throughout the forecast.
A lot we need to watch out for, Lisa. Thank you. New this morning, at least 3 people have died after a tornado hit the West Texas town of Matador overnight. A number of people were also injured. Many structures are destroyed.
One person died after a Dollar General store was flattened by the storm. Now, across the state of Texas, more than 400,000 residents have now lost power.
New this morning as well, North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum leading the Republican presidential race when it comes to campaign spending. According to the ad tracking firm Ad Impact, Burgum has spent more than $2.9 million, largely on TV ads, since his announcement. Burgum told NBC News last month that he would invest some of his personal wealth into his campaign, giving him an early injection of cash at a pivotal launch phase. Burgum just edges out Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who has spent just under $2.9 million, and former President Donald Trump, who has spent $2.8 million over the past 2 weeks.
The man blamed for a deadly fiery crash on I94 just west of Fargo back in March made his way into court. U-High Zoo now charged with negligent homicide and reckless endangerment. A man died after running into the back of Zoo's semi, which was illegally parked on the interstate. Highway Patrol says Zoo stopped his semi in the right lane of westbound I94 and turned his emergency flashers on, but did not put out the emergency triangles, which are required by federal law. Now, several witnesses said while the emergency lights were on, they were still hard to see because the truck was so dirty. Highway Patrol also says Zoo did not leave his truck or call 911 to report that a semi was stopped on the interstate.
This is an emergency being stopped on a 75-mile-per-hour road in the middle of traffic. They should have been deployed immediately to warn traffic that was approaching.
Captain Newen testified that one of the vehicles that drove by Zoo's stopped semi before the crash happened was a marked Cass County Sheriff's deputy, but they didn't stop. That Cass County Sheriff's deputy now on paid administrative leave as they internally investigate.
One man is facing felony charges after he allegedly tried to kidnap a child from a public park in Nelson County, North Dakota. Police say Kai Schneider chased his ex-girlfriend's child with the intention of taking them last Friday at the Lakota Turkey Barbecue. The two did have children together. However, records show that Schneider called his ex, saying that he would kill her, the kids, and cops if she did not bring the children to him. Documents say Schneider wanted to hold that child against their will until their mother complied with demands. He was later arrested and then charged with attempted kidnapping, terrorizing, and preventing arrest. A home near Coon Rapids, Minnesota has suffered immense damages after it exploded, and that blast shook the entire neighborhood.
Investigators say they're trying to figure out how it happened. One man who was inside that home at the time now seriously injured in the hospital. That blast so strong they say it damaged other homes as well. Alan Henry has the story.
We were sitting outside, me and my daughter sitting outside, and boom, you know.
A similar story was shared by many across Coon Rapids after a home exploded around 3 Wednesday afternoon with a man inside.
Our first arriving crews found the house completely flattened and the victim outside. The victim was treated by Alina and transported down to Hennepin County Medical Center's burn unit in serious condition.
It shook everything.
Michael Wright lives in a home next door, or at least he used to.
I was doing laundry, there was the big boom, and the west end of my house was gone. There's only about 6 or 8 feet of the roof left, so everything from there west was destroyed.
Fire crews from surrounding communities helped put the fire out, and crews from CenterPoint Energy were also in the neighborhood. However, the Coon Rapids fire chief says that doesn't mean gas was to blame for the blast.
When you think explosion, I mean, there's a variety of things. Is it natural gas? Is it propane? Is it gasoline? There's a variety of things that'll cause stuff like this, but you want to make sure you have the local gas company involved to assist with their expertise.
But with 3 houses damaged, 2 of them total losses, and only 1 person hurt and expected to recover, neighbors are counting their blessings.
Terrible. Could have been a lot worse. It could have been full of kids or something, or a whole family in there or something.
I can sit here and bemoan the fact that I can't get some things out which I'd like to save, but they're just things.
Alan Henry, WCCO News.
The state fire marshal will help other agencies investigate what exactly triggered the home explosion.
Happening today, get ready to slow down or find a new route. Multiple lane closures are starting up. Southbound 25th Street South will be reduced to 1 lane between 17th and 20th Avenue South. The closure is for some private underground utility work. Northbound traffic will be reduced to 2 lanes between 20th Avenue South and just north of the I94 off-ramp. The lane closures are expected to be in place for about 1 week.
This morning, westbound 1st Avenue North will be reduced to 1 lane between Robert Street and 8th Street North. The closure for a crane that will be parked on 1st Avenue North in order to replace air units on the roof of a building. That closure expected to take the entire day today. It's a night of fun-filled activities. We're talking about the Night Bazaar at the Broadway Square in downtown Fargo.
That's where we find the Valley Today's Nishay Taylor this morning, giving us a rundown of what to expect if you make it out to the event. Good morning, Nishay.
Good morning, Jordan and Ashlyn. I feel really short. Jordan, you're pretty tall, so you're taller than most folks in the station. But here we got an example of a stilt walker who is very tall. She is about, 7 feet tall so far. This is Maddie, guys. She's doing a wonderful job stilt walking here. Maddie, I am intrigued by your story. So tell us a little bit how you even got started doing any of this.
Yeah, well, last summer I was kind of talking with the Folkways team who runs the Night Bazaar event, and they were looking for more people to do kind of fun, whimsical entertainment things throughout the event. So we thought, maybe we could try stilting. And we watched some YouTube videos, and here we are.
Well, you know, YouTube tells you everything. So how do you feel being up there? To me, I would think it's scary being up there.
It's really not too bad. You know, I walk slow, you know, take your time, but it's really fun to see all the little kids. People stop and take pictures with you. It's just fun to see the event from kind of a bird's eye view.
I bet. All right, let's talk about your costume. It's fabulous, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. I made the pants.
Nice.
I actually bought the jacket at a past night bazaar. They have lots of great vintage vendors. But yeah, I do a lot of sewing, so I've also helped Folkways make some other costumes for the event. So tonight you'll see 2 clowns in fun little clown outfits that I made.
Okay, so tell me, you know, why was it so important for you to kind of like dive deep into this and be a part of this whole thing?
I think the work Folkways does, just building the community, is super important to Fargo. It's great to see their events just flourish and the joy that they bring to people. And I've always loved kind of volunteering and helping out and being part of everything they do. So it's just important to me to find fun ways to incorporate myself.
All right, well, thank you so much, Maddie. You look amazing up there. I couldn't do it myself. You know, those are some pretty high stilts that you're on, but you're doing a great job. So Jordan and Ashley, I'll send it back to you in the studio. Nashea Taylor reporting live at Broadway Square in downtown Fargo. This is what you can look forward to when you come to the Night Bazaar.
And we are looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, we're looking up and looking forward to it. That's what we're doing. Nashea, I think you're going to need a neck brace after this after this report for you. Hoofta, 7 feet.
How fun. Thank you so much for that live look at what folks can expect coming up tonight. Going to be a fun evening at the Night Bazaar.
Yeah, it sure will. The Today Show and CBS Mornings are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on.
Yeah, thank you all so much for joining us here on your Thursday morning. Take care. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here again next time.
Thank you. Yeah.